Hello.
Hey, Adriana. So Susan Warner and who else can't make it? Paige cannot make it today.
Okay.
Hey everybody, I am driving I'm in my car, but I'm here for the meeting.
Hey, Errol. Are we expecting Robin, Sally?
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Hi, anybody? You see me? Hello, hello, hello. Sally, do you hear me?
I hear a lot of echoes.
This is God talking to you.
Robin, do you mind logging off and signing back in?
Sure. Okay.
So after Robin rejoins, should we get started?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Lua.
Hello.
Okay, so I'm going to get started. Alrighty, so welcome everyone to our March meeting of the Lakewood Arts Commission. We have a new member who is joining us this evening, Robin Sutton. Hey, Robin, would you like to share a few words about yourself? You are on mute.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Forgive me, I'm an old lady. What can I say? What can I say about myself? Let's see. I have theatrical background. Oh, hold on.
You've got quite an echo chamber going on there.
Okay, how's that, better?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that, people. Hold on. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You probably think I'm ready for Western State. Sorry.
Do you want to turn your video on?
I pressed OK.
There
How
we
am I
go.
doing? Okay, please forgive me. What an embarrassment. It's my first Zoom meeting with the Arts Commission and I'm acting like an idiot, so forgive me. Let's see, I was in the Army And then I worked as a therapist for the VA for 23 years. I retired early and I thought, you know what? I'll go on an audition. I'll go audition to Tacoma Musical Playhouse in Lakewood. And I kept getting these acting parts. And I've always been influenced by the arts, particularly having our youth of our community be exposed to good arts, whether it's, opera, which I'm an opera nut, or classical music, or I've even gone to rap concerts, just, but go to express themselves through art. And so I'm really an advocate for kids in the arts.
Thank you very much, Robin. We're really happy to have you with us and have enjoyed meeting you at several events sponsored by the city, not the least of which is the Farmers Market, and recently your help on Real Life 96. So you're a great addition to the team, and we're so happy to have you with us.
Thank you. Forgive me for my introduction here.
No worries. With regard to the minutes, anticipating that you've all had the opportunity to review the minutes, and unless there are any additions or any corrections to the minutes, could I get a motion to approve, please?
So moved.
I second.
All in favor, just raise your hand sign. Great.
Aye.
Thank you so very much. Okay, so we'll move on to unfinished business. Real Life 96. Well, things are percolating along really well. The next major event that we have upcoming with regard to Real Life 96 is the screening gala, which will take place on March 19th at 3:00 in the afternoon at McGavitt Conference Center. We have, at this point in time, 207 registered guests for this. There will be a reception that will take place from 3 until 5, where we'll have live music played by Michael Powers, and there'll be like 3 cash bars, opportunity to mix and mingle, and there'll be some snacks there before the actual screenings begin. And then the screenings will be shown in 3 segments, and the awards have already been predetermined. The trophies have been sent out for engraving, and we have audience choice voting that will occur after the last set of films are screened. And then from there, the awards will be presented to include the audience choice voting at the very end. There are approximately 13 trophies, plus maybe I want to say about 193 medals that we're intending on giving out as awards. So there'll be a lot of people who will get recognized for their contribution to the arts. A number of you are going to be volunteering at the event. You've already signed up, and I'm very grateful for that, because it definitely is going to be an all hands on deck proposition. Out to Sylvie, who designed the medal that all of the filmmakers will be receiving at the event. She also coordinated with Glenn Dooley of Northwest Etch, who fabricated all of the medals for all of the filmmakers free of charge, which was wonderful. And to Lonnie, who very graciously has been washing and rolling 60 tablecloths. I don't know if she'll have the opportunity to show you her work here. Yes, she's coming. These massive tablecloths that seat up to 10 people. Lonnie spreads them out, rolls them onto cardboard carpet rolls that you get at the carpet store, so we can keep the wrinkles out, and those will be spread out on approximately 60 tables. And Lonnie has coordinated the decor and decorations for those. The programs are going to the printer. Oh, there's the centerpiece table decorations there that Sally, you just look like Vanna White there, Sally. Really great. And then we have a Meet the Judges pamphlet that's going on the tables as well. We'll be feeding people To include our volunteers, Chick-fil-A sandwiches, cookies, and let's see, chips. Keep you going, keep your strength up. And it should be a great evening. I've had the opportunity to watch all the films, and I have been really amazed with the degree of creativity, imagination, and skill with which some of these films have been put together. It's been a real delight to be able to see them all. And I'm hoping that those of you who can will make a point to attend. Does anyone have any questions about Real Life 96? Lonnie?
Yeah, just out of my own curiosity, you said there were 207 or something that have confirmed. Is that
as of yes?
Yeah, is that just the filmmakers, or is that the filmmakers and their part? Their
That's filmmakers and guests. That also includes city council members and some special guests, judges as well.
Okay, I was just curious.
What I have learned is that if you give people a lot of time to do something, they'll probably wait till the very last minute to do it. And so I expect that a lot of tickets will be reserved at the end. Much for my comfort level, would I prefer that they reserve them sooner rather than later, so we know exactly where we're going to land in terms of the things that we have to order or purchase. We have given them until, I think the 11th to get their tickets before we open them up to the general public, so to speak. So in other words, I guess, how shall I say, filmmakers, judges, and sponsors have preferential ticketing options until the 11th. After the 11th, it's open to the general public. Okay. All right. And now let's see, over to Sally to talk about the Saturday street festivals.
Okay. As you know, we have 4 street festivals coming up. And I am working on all of them at the same time. And the first one is May 21st, Dancing in the Streets. Just a reminder, put that on your calendar. It'll be great to have you there to help. That one is easy in terms of entertainment. Lonnie found a DJ. So we just have a DJ there, and it's really focusing on dance and group dances. We're still looking for some people to lead those. If you have any contacts, that would be great. I've got all the food trucks lined up and working a little bit on the vendors. And then we've got our Carnival of Cultures, and Lua's team put together the whole entertainment schedule. Is already lined up for that. So that's a great relief. Thank you. You did a great job. 4 to 8:30. And again, now it's just what vendors are we going to have? And then we've got our jazz night and car show. And Michael Powers is committed. Obi Corliss is committed. And I had Cream Candy, but he's got another event he can't get out of. And I reached out to Daryl to ask if he knew of any, but Daryl, right after that, our communications manager sent me an email of a veteran who plays the saxophone, and he's phenomenal. And I said if he could get, he plays with bands and he knows Michael. So I have that lead, and it sounds like he can play. My only criteria was it has to be danceable music. So I think we're really good on that. I just need the car show organized for that and the specific vendors. And then we have Festival de la Familia, and I've been working with Emily a little bit. I went and I met a group. They're a group of people that started El Centro Latino, and then they kind of broke off. And I met them for lunch, and they're amazing, absolutely amazing. And they want to do an art show, which I'd like to incorporate into Festival de la Familia. And they want to honor an artist, Palo Santos. And he is from a family that are farming immigrants, and his paintings are gorgeous. And he just passed away. And so what we're talking about is kicking off the art show there on our art boards, and then taking it over to Pierce College. and having it on display there. So it would kind of be like maybe a grand opening for this art show, and it would fit in perfectly because he's Latino, Hispanic, and his art's just so beautiful. So I'm working that end of things, and I haven't done the entertainment or vendors. That's in September. So, but of course, your feedback, your connections, and your ideas for vendors for these, so that we don't have the same vendors at each one, are very welcome. So I feel like we have a really good, solid start. That's it.
You're a rock star, Sally.
Yeah. Four events all at one time. Wow. Okay. Okay. And then so Sally, why don't you just move on into the signal box update, and then Earl, if you can talk about the public engagement for Gateway Arcs after Sally.
Okay.
Okay, I can't hear anything.
Sally?
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear anything there for a minute. I missed what was said.
Oh, Linda said she just wanted you to give an update on the utility boxes.
Okay, the signal boxes.
Yeah.
So there was a subcommittee meeting at which time the committee of this Arts Commission decided which signal box to prioritize. And Earl spoke to that at the last meeting. So I submitted those to the print shop. They're in the process actually today. They measured some yesterday. And then we'll go ahead, and I haven't had time to reach out to the artist, but the next step is for me to reach out to the particular artist that they decided on in that subcommittee, who all are previous submissions, have previous submissions. So you've seen their art in the PowerPoint. They were like for consideration. So we're reaching back out that way. And I think it's going to look phenomenal. And then just about 15 minutes ago, Public Works reached out to me, and they said if they paid for one, could they do one? And I said, yes, we find it designed. So there's another one.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's the update. It's rolling along. Robin, you're on mute.
And then as far as the Gateway Arcs went, I went to I attended the Lakewood Rotary their meeting last Friday, and I did a presentation on the utility boxes and a presentation on the Gateway Arcs as well. I didn't get like a ton of quotes. I probably think I got about 5 or 6, maybe 7 or something. Some people said that they would hand more in, and then they would, the hand more in next week on Friday, but then they would email Sally as well. But still, sometimes people may forget about that. And I think that I was going to try to reach out to the Lakewood Historical Society, but that might be a little bit more challenging on this. But then Sally and I were talking about doing a posting on the Lakewood Life Facebook page and reaching out to people that way to get some quotes. And so Sally, where are we going to be able to do that, or no?
Okay, well, a couple of things. I'll be at Rotary, the other Rotary Wednesday presenting. And this
perfect.
is to collect quotes of what it means to live in Lakewood. And it's just a line or two. So I hope that at least all the Arts Commission members will email me their thoughts. I will. Or may not go in the artwork. I don't think you can fit them all, but the chances are great that they'll go on there and you can sign your name. So starting there and starting with your coworkers, if you can ask them to do that. I've sent out the 8.5 by 11 little description, which I can do again, but it's as simple as, what does it mean to live in Lakewood to you? And sign your name. Or it can be a haiku or just a thought, a memory, what you love to do. So anyways, I'll be going to the Rotary Wednesday. Thank you, Earl, so much for doing that. You got more than 7. You got a lot. That was good. And I scanned them and sent them to the artist. We decided social media is not a good idea because it's a platform for people to complain about the art, which they will do. And that it's much better to just personally approach boards and commissions and organizations. Robin offered to go to Boys and Girls Club, for example, and they were amenable to that. So they're in the process of scheduling that, which is great. That's what we want to do. I would love, Adriana, to have a table at a school during lunch hour and get kids to come and sign a piece of paper and write down something. So this is our month. It's March. It's going to go by quickly. So please let's all get involved with this. Lua offered to, we went to her event, her amazing event. We got probably 40 quotes there. So please keep it top of mind. This is an easy way to be involved with the Arts Commission and I'll have a great impact.
And Sally, isn't the idea that the artist would prefer handwritten, you know, the actual handwritten versus somebody typing something?
He's gone back and forth, but he said both ways are fun. He would like both ways.
And would we have people that want to write things email you directly, or should I have people email me and then I can forward it all on to you?
They can, well, for you, it could be either way.
Okay.
Whatever you think.
All right. I'll try to round up some people on campus.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I mean, this is such an exciting sculpture, and it'll be able to it'll be great if we could get that 110 quotes that we are looking for. So anybody's participation, if they have any groups that they could think of, and then just even own quotes from all of the Arts Commission members, just like Sally said, that would be really appreciated.
Okay. And then we're on to rotating art at City Hall and the Latino art show. Sally.
Okay, I did speak to that. And I had that whole group come to City Hall, and we want to turn the whole First floor into an art gallery. So they consulted with me on how to hang those and what we need to buy to do that. And so I'm working on that. And then I mentioned that Asia Pacific Cultural Center offered to have the art from their art gallery rotate to us. And we have our first few pieces in from Patsy. And already someone emailed me they're interested in buying one of her pieces. And that is all.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sally, for giving us the opportunity.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, we do not have anything else on our agenda. Does anyone have anything that they would like to share?
I do. I wanted to ask about the possibility, or has it ever been discussed about building a performing arts center in Lakewood that concerts can be held at and plays?
I believe that the pavilion is what they think that is. I realize it's an outdoor facility, but it is extremely well done and the sound is amazing. Other than that, I don't know of any, but I've only been here 6 years, so someone might have more history.
Oh, are you talking about the pavilion at the park? Oh, okay. Okay. I was talking more of thinking more of like a actual performance center, like Kirkland has, or some of the other cities that have performing arts centers where, you know, concerts are actually held and they get, you know, kind of major performers, artists, and theater production companies. You know, like Issaquah has their own theater production company, and because that would bring a lot of revenue to the city.
I like your vision.
What can we do to go forward?
Robin, you're on mute.
We do have a fabulous Lakewood Playhouse, which is the jewel of Lakewood. It's been in business for over 80 some years. But you're right. I'd love to see a performing arts center dedicated, for concerts and things that isn't part of a high school or a Clover Park or whatever. That would be great. But do we have the budget for something? I mean, the vision's great. Do we have the budget for that?
If we have the will, we can find a way. So I think we just need to know where to put it.
What
But
about that
definitely
mall?
there are all kinds of ideas to build one.
What about the mall property where the
Yeah.
the center is, where Daryl's sitting?
Yeah, and it'd be really nice to be right next to the theater too. So that's great. That's a great location.
So I'm going to jump in here. That sounds like a fantastic idea. I remember when the building was QFC, and before that it was Pay and Save or something like that. But I don't think it's ever been thought of as a hub for entertainment. I realize there is a developer who owns it, and quite frankly, I don't think any of us know who that person is and what their plan is. I'm wondering if there's a way we could, as a city, we could make an offer to buy that building outright. I don't know if the parking is totally adequate for something of that nature, but boy, it sure strikes you as, the central hub that ties in perfectly with the Colonial Plaza, and it kind of revisits the theater, which I guess isn't coming back, right? In its present form anyway. But man, can you just imagine the kind of attraction that the city would have with
I was talking
yearly
about the
events?
theater.
Well, I was actually thinking of the old QFC.
Oh, and that's a good space too. But I was talking about the one over here by the Regal or whatever that is. Over here by because that's a lot. There's a lot of empty space there too.
That was like formerly what was it when it was the mall? It was
some big stores,
Gottschalk's,
Mervyn's and Gottschalk's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's a possibility. I mean,
Yeah, there's
you're
the
already in the
mass-
town center, so yeah. I don't really think it matters exactly where it is, but I really like the idea of a brand of entertainment coming to the city of Lakewood that we would be known for.
I think city of Lakewood needs one.
Well, the place that's the QFC that you're talking about, it's right by the Best Western, which would bring out of town guests, and it's close enough to Colonial Plaza that if you could get more, restaurants, cafes in that area, that would bring people to that area, and there could be outdoor music in the summertime for guests to just come and hang out. It could really transform the city.
Great idea. Mhm. Yep.
I love this idea.
Yeah.
I think the last, just a second here. Yeah, the last I had heard was that QFC building was zoned for multi-use. So it was going to be apartments kind of like on top and businesses down below, which is kind of sad because I think its proximity to the plaza is so good. It would suit itself perfectly to a continuation of that public space for entertainment and concerts. And as Sylvie points out, the proximity to hotel accommodations for out-of-town guests, it would be perfect. But I guess everything is predicated on whether or not the person who owns the property is willing to abandon their plans and sell it. And if they chose to sell it, could the city even afford to purchase it? It all comes down to money. But I often looked at that space and I think, oh, what a shame. These beautiful oak trees that surround this area, and it would be perfect for that. So the potential for it to be emblematic of Lakewood would be great, but I don't know. We didn't buy it, unfortunately, so.
So Sally, is this, if the Arts Commission were to come up with a proposal for this and have to do a little bit of research on like what some of these other communities have spent to build, their performing arts centers, I forget when we have our big meeting with the council and we run through our projects for the year and we propose, is that like October? Is that?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, so like if
Give
Sylvie
you
has,
time to do that research.
yeah, I mean, if Sylvie has contacts with Issaquah or whatever, I mean, maybe that's, as an arts commission, maybe that's an angle that we work on, that we say, hey, city, we'd like to see a performing arts center and it's going to cost 5 million or whatever it is. And
I work closely
I
with
think
the
things like-
Federal Way Performance Center. I can get some info from there too. Cause that's quite a nice facility. And it's perfect. That's a perfect size for Lakewood.
That would be great.
Interested in the ideal square footage, the cost to make, and then the annual income from it. And I'm sure those numbers are accessible. I don't know if they'd say something like, well, we have McGavick and we get free city days. But it's different than a performing arts center.
Mhm.
It's set up for conferences, not concerts so much.
The one in Federal Way is a performing arts center. And the city of Federal Way played a huge role in it, in building it.
Yeah, I think when you do this research,
Perhaps it adds to, not
front and
detracts.
center.
It just kind of depends on, the mindset and how you look at it and how many people you can get behind it, probably.
I can call Kirkland and see if I can get information from them. But there's another city further north on the water that has a performing arts center. And I can't remember the name of the city right now, but they get a lot of name artists that come into, and the place fills up because I've been to concerts there. And it's an artsy town as well. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it. There's a lot of
like Connor, maybe.
no, it's
Oh.
closer than LaConner. It's
Okay.
it's north of Seattle on the
Edmonds?
water. Edmonds has a great performing arts center.
They
And
do.
it's not very big, but it fills up. They sell out their shows all the time, and they bring in, pretty cool artists that come in.
I like that niche because we've got the Tacoma Dome, and that gets the really big names. So I'd be very interested in what size the smaller ones, the number of people that can come, and the types of bands that can come. Be fun to a great research project.
Mhm. Yeah. Does anyone have anything else? Okay. Well, our next meeting is going to be April 4th. And Sally, you had mentioned something about this being also an in-person meeting.
So with the mask mandate dropping, we can meet in person starting in April if you wish. So we need to make that decision.
Can we get some feedback on that? Who is in favor of meeting in person versus Zoom?
I'd be in
Tired of
favor of meeting
Zoom.
in person. Sure.
Maybe.
Okay, so it looks like we're sort of half and half.
Oh. Who's the one who wants Zoom?
We can still do a
I mean,
hybrid
I would
too.
imagine I imagine we could do a hybrid meeting, but I guess
We can do
the
that.
concern is also if more of you prefer to meet via Zoom, then we can continue to meet via Zoom. But if it's evenly split, then we can do a hybrid. So, and it looks to me like it's kind of evenly split.
Yeah, I think a hybrid
Looking
would
at
be
the
a good
hand,
idea
so.
because then it would be easy for all of us. Because I mean, I miss everybody and I really want to have an in-person meeting, but there are times where I'm not going to be able to make an in-person meeting, and I'm gonna like the opportunity of attending via Zoom as well.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
We can do a hybrid.
But remember, Earl, when you signed up for in person.
We're changing the rules.
You became a member before the pandemic. Oh my goodness.
Okay, well,
People always
I
told me I had a face for radio, so. there you
think
go.
we,
I've heard that too.
I think we do.
I like hybrid.
I think we do hybrid meetings for a little while. We see how that goes. Because this mask mandate is going to be ending just around the corner. And it's still a very new thing for a lot of us, reintegrating ourselves one-on-one with others. So why don't we just do this for maybe a few months? We'll see how it goes. Ease back into in-person meetings. We can do hybrid because the main thing is that however we get together, okay? Because that's the important thing, right? That's the important thing.
So
We
if
will
it's
try to lure you in with some really good food, though. Right,
you're gonna miss out, Earl. You're gonna miss out. You're gonna
Yep,
miss
very
out. Yep.
Have
Yep.
images
be
of
there in
sitting there
person.
eating. Okay.
We're gonna
I'll
have
be in
Louis'
person
famous
some
sushi.
meetings
All right,
if there's
well,
food.
thank you, everyone, and we'll look forward to seeing the volunteers on the 19th of March, bright and early. For those of you who've got the morning shift and those who will be with us all day, bless you. We're so grateful. And more to come on that event. So take care, stay
Emily, your
healthy.
baby's so cute.
Later,
See you on the
everybody.
19th.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
I
Thank
want to
you.
see Emily's cute little baby.